Oh, White Rabbit, will you ever learn? Hey, folks, it's me, Justin Cristelli. You're the real Manos. How you doing today? And there is a thing going on in the Spider-Man fandom at the moment that I thought I'd throw in my 2 cents worth in before it becomes completely forgotten, which will be about around next week or maybe even a few days. So I thought I'd talk about it because everyone seemed to be really energized about this little topic. And what it is excuse me. It's this recent issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 20, which is legacy number 914, and it's the second of a 2-part fill-in arc where Peter Parker and Felicia Hardy decide to just get away and go to a little ski resort for the weekend and just be themselves for a while and have a little romantic time. They accidentally bump into Mary Jane Watson and her new husband, Paul, and kind of like excuse themselves and run into the action of this 2-part, which essentially is White Rabbit was like renting out some stolen equipment from some of Spider-Man's villains to some tech bros and gals, and it causes a bit of a disruption. Long story short, it's a fight that started on a murder mystery, and then it's a Mysterio-ish kind of twist in murder mystery. But that's not what people are talking about. What people are talking about is when everything's all settled and done, Black Cat and Peter Parker are talking about Mary Jane and running into Mary Jane, and like, what does this mean? Because these two have been kind of sort of getting back together recently. And Peter tells Felicia, let's see, I feel like what you want me to say is the exact opposite of what I should say. Only one way to find out. And Peter like takes a second and he says, Mary Jane has been a part of my life for a long time, more than a part, but she's more like a sister. Nope, a best friend, better, but I love her. I always have, and a part of me always will, but I think that love has changed. You know, like capital L to lowercase, or the other way around, whichever makes sense. And a lot of people are really up in arms about it because, first off, they think this is the end of the relationship forever, which is hilarious because Mephisto obliterated it from reality and they still got back together. So, I don't think Paul is going to really be a big difference. But I think what the key is, people are going, he loves her like a sister? This is bullshit! Without really thinking about the context of the scene, which is, I don't really have heard too many people talk about this. And the fact that during the course of this Zeb Wells arc, Peter did something which we're about to get to as a recording. And this has like alienated him from his closest friends and allies. And he has been working his way back to kind of restarting his life once again. And part of that is a social life and moving on with his love life. And it looks like Mary Jane has moved on with hers by hooking up with this Paul guy and having and being a mom to his kids. Stepmom, don't forget that. A lot of people like, how did she have babies? Like, hey, you idiots! Like, people get married to people with kids. Anyway, she has moved on and kind of like hooked up and had this family. And as far as Peter knows, she ain't coming back. So he, of course, is trying to hook up with Plan B, Felicia Hardy. And, you know, he wants to kind of like bridge that gap and like kind of rest in her mind this issue that he fears that she's worried about is like, how much does he obsess over Mary Jane? And he wants to play that down and tell her like, look, I've moved on. And yeah, I still love her, but it's, you know, it's different. It's changed. It's evolved. And, you know, I'm evolving and we're evolving and maybe we could like, you know, get back together. And here's the thing. People are acting like this is like completely true, and he is kind of lying to her, and she doesn't buy it. In the same panel people are mad about, she is going, she's like, nope, I don't buy that. And he immediately backtracks in this panel that people are mad about. And then he just kind of settles like, look, we still care about each other, I still care about her, but I'm moving on. And that's essentially what that is. He doesn't think of her like a sister. How could... Fans need to stop taking things too literally, and that happens all the time. It seems like sometimes fans don't consider the fact that a character might be lying or wrong or exaggerating. They take it verbatim. And that's, I think, what's happening in this scene. Now, keep in mind, I'm a longtime Spider-Man fan. I much prefer Mary Jane to Felicia. But this is where we are in the story right now. And I'm hoping, things end with Paul, and it would be great for Peter and Mary Jane to get back together. But as far as to, be mad about this, this is not really worth getting that mad and worked up about. So that's where I am about that. And if you want to check me out on social medias, you can find me at The Real Manos over on Twitter, which still exists. The Real Manos Facebook. Tumblr I'm on. And also Instagram. And you can support this channel with just $1 a month. So I'll be talking to you guys later. And I am going to do a minor review of issue 1922, just so I can talk about that. All right, push the button, Lindsay.